Barbarossa. The German war machine crushes everything until it hits an iron wall.
June 1941. The Soviets unleash a monster the Nazis cannot kill.
One tank, one road, an impossible stand against an entire division.
Near a key road junction outside the town of Raseiniai.
Major General Yegor Solyankin, commander of the Soviet 2nd Tank Division,
concludes an emergency briefing with some of his officers.
Solyankin has no air support, no fuel, only a handful of heavy giants.
Their orders are suicidal! Hold the line! Stop the blitzkrieg!
The German 6th Panzer Division approaches. They have no idea what is waiting.
The German vanguard advances, arrogant, unstoppable, expecting an easy victory.
Loss.
First contact. A 37mm shell screams toward the silent Soviet giant.
Was ist das? Schnell!
Confusion spreads. The Nazi laws of physics just broke.
The beast wakes up. A 152mm howitzer shell leaves the barrel. Thunderclap. Metal shears. The lead German truck evaporates in a fireball.
One tank blocks the only supply route for the entire division.
Infantry deploys into the swamp. Mud sucks at their boots. Panic rises.
The behemoth isn't just a cannon. It is a fortress breathing fire.
Inside, the air's toxic with fumes. Heat rises. The crew holds on.
Desperate, the Germans call up their tank killers. The dreaded 88mm flak guns.
They drag the heavy guns through the mire. Positioning for a kill shot.
Ow, look!
700 meters. The gunner holds his breath. Precision engineering versus brute steel.
Inside the iron coffin, they spot the trap! Turret rotation is too slow! Artilleria! A direct hit! But the Soviet steel is too thick. The beast survives. Retaliation is instant. A high explosive message sent back. The German gun is silenced. Twisted metal is all that remains. Night falls. The attack fails. The single tank still holds the road. Silence returns. But they know, tomorrow, the Germans will bring everything.
Under the cloak of darkness, German sappers crawl closer. Explosives in hand. A sound on the hull. Metal! 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 The crew reacts instantly.
The darkness explodes. Tracer fire hunts the shadows. The saboteurs are repelled. Day 2 breaks. The tank is surrounded, cut off, alone.
The Germans change tactics. Light tanks swarm the front, making noise, acting as bait.
The bait works. The Soviet crew focuses on the noisy gnats in front of them.
Поворот башни! Целься!
The massive turret rotates. The rear armor is now exposed to the tree line.
The trap springs. Another 88mm gun is waiting in the shadows. Fire!
The Achilles heel. The shell pierces the engine block. The heart stops.
They are choked in their own fortress!
Dead engine. Dead hydraulics. Yet, the turret still turns. Hand-cranked by dying men. The Germans approach the steel corpse. Cautious. Respectful of the monster.
No white flag. No surrender. They wait for the knock on the door. Open up! A demand for surrender. The answer is silence. The answer is lead. A final act of defiance from the tomb.
Explosions rock the hull. The metal beast finally sleeps.
The road is open. The German division rolls on towards Leningrad.
The German commander inspects the kill. He sees the dozens of scars. The order is given. Bury them with full military honors. A salute from the conquerors. Respect for the ghosts of Raseiniai.
The division moves on, but the timetable is broken. 2 precious days lost.
That delay allows Leningrad to prepare. A butterfly effect of steel. The column disappears into the dust. The giant remains as a sentinel.
This is not just a story. This is history. Vithi, June 1941.
6 men. 1 tank. They didn't win the war, but they didn't lose.
Why did it survive? 75 millimeters of sloped steel, virtually impenetrable in 1941.
German anti-tank guns were useless. The soldiers called them the army's door knockers.
But the giant had a weakness. The turret weighed 12 tons, too heavy to turn.
It wasn't just a tank. It was a cork in a bottle. Supplies stopped flowing.
General Raus wrote in his diary, "We were amazed by this fortress."
Raseiniai was the first crack in the Blitzkrieg, the first sign that Russia would not fall.
The Wehrmacht marched on, but the fear remained. The Russian bear had teeth.
Technology changes. Tactics change. But courage is timeless.
1 tank against a division. A story of impossible odds.
History remembers the victors. But legends remember the brave.
The metal rusts. The bones fade. But the legend of the Iron Wall remains.
Do not let history die. Subscribe. Join the archives.
But the war is far from over. Winter is coming. Stalingrad awaits.
Next time, the Germans build their own monster. The tiger is born. Heavier armor. Bigger gun. The hunter becomes the hunted.
Click here to witness the rise of the tiger. Or explore the T-34 legend.
They were fathers, sons, farmers, turned into steel warriors.
6 men stopped an army. 48 hours that saved an empire.
Night falls on Raseiniai, but the legend never sleeps.